Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is SmallPanda and I'm here to bring you a review of Tomb Raider 2013. I've played this game out, I think yesterday, and I enjoyed this game so much. It has a great storyline, it has a great ending, everything is just perfect about the game. And I just want to say, play the game, try it out. I haven't done the multiplayer yet, and I'm not going to do it because I have no clue what it is at first, and I have so many other games that I have to play and review at this channel. So, first of all, the menus are perfect. You can choose whatever you want. You can change your key bindings. You can play with a controller. I played with both. I played with keyboard and controller, and both are exactly even playable. It's just what you prefer to play. I played most of the times with a controller because I could sit back and really enjoy the storyline. I haven't tested the hardest mode, but I played on normal. I thought it would be better if they released the hardest mode right away, that you didn't have to play the whole game before you unlock that so you can play again. And I got all the DLC with it, so I was really happy. I could go in special tombs, get extra points, and I think they could have changed something with that, is that they gave them to everybody. Now you have to buy some DLC to get extra tombs you open, to get extra skill points, so in some way you are getting a better experience of the game, because you unlock more points which you can then invest into new skills. So if you don't have the DLC, I think you miss out on 6 or 7, yeah, I think 6 or 7 skill points, and that is a lot because that makes that you can't complete everything 100%. So that was kind of something that went wrong with me, is that they should give an other way or something else for doing these tombs, like a camo for a weapon, or I don't know, weapon parts, which you can find in game too. So I don't know, maybe something for next game. I'm not even sure if there's going to come a next game of Tomb Raider, but yeah, it's something to keep in mind. Then other things, the difficulty. I thought on normal it was pretty easy. I'm used to playing my games on hardcore or hard, but sometimes they were challenging. I got in some positions where I really wasn't comfortable playing the game because it was so hard, especially since I took on myself that I was only going to play with the bow, and on some occasions I used the weapons, of course, but I thought the bow is something typical for Lara Croft, except for the dual guns, but it's something that she found as her first weapon, and I thought I was going to use it until last, until you get all the upgrades, which make it very good. And yeah, the upgrade system, that's something else I want to talk about. It is amazing how they did it. You have to find scrap metals so you can upgrade your weapons, because you have to make something out of the scrap metals. So this is something that was really thought of, and I really thought that this was one of the best things they put into the game, is that you have to do something to upgrade your guns or your bow. You have to do some work for it, and you have to find some metal, and you have to do some searching sometimes to get what you need. The bow part's finding a really good game, a really good design of the game, and yeah. So if you want to play this game, I would suggest looking it up. It's on Steam right now. It's 40 euros, so I think it's about $50, $55, and I would suggest buying the game in sale, or if you really want to play it, you can buy it now and you can get all the DLC. Then I got some news for Tomb Raider, is that they are going to release a Japanese language pack. That in all is great for Japanese players, but the only downside is you have to pay $30 just to play a game in another language. And this is something that bothers me really hard, because if you want to play the game in another language, you have to pay. It's like, oh, I can speak French, I want to play the game in French. Oh, I'm sorry, you have to pay $30 for that, because it's something that we add to the game. And this is something where I think it is going wrong. If every game starts to ask more money to play in other languages, I understand it's a lot of work, doing the voice acting again, making all the translations and such, but if you don't include it in the game and you give it as DLC, you don't have $30 for it. That is a lot. Then if you account this on total, you have to pay about, I think, $90 to play the game in any language plus Japanese. That is a bit too much in my opinion. I thought they were going to release it and just add it to the game because it is only a language. It is not something extra that adds to the game. It's something that adds to it's something that you add extra for Japanese players, but not for anyone else. So this is only based on giving it to the Japanese people and not on someone else. I have no clue why they suddenly decided to ask money for language packs, but if this is going to continue and branch out to other games, this is going to be something that I'm not looking forward to. I have no games in my language, which is Flemish or Dutch as you call it. And I wouldn't mind playing games in English because that's what I've done since the beginning of my gaming. So I wonder all the players who play Japanese games now have to pay extra for Japanese games. That's just something different. It's normal to put it in a game because you know a lot of Japanese players play these games, and then they have to add extra if they don't want to play the game in English. First of all, not every Japanese speaks English. They know English, but to understand English fully, it's a whole different thing than speaking your mother language. It's something that you have to learn. I learned it by playing games. And if they all start playing games right now in English, that should help, but it is different because they grew up with playing games in Japanese and now they have to pay extra for it. It's something that I don't see going far because I have no clue who would buy this. People that don't speak English and want to play the game, that's most of the times where this is bought. But then again, $30 for just a language pack, it's something that goes out of my head, on the top of my head. I don't know what you guys think about it. Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and everything else you can find about me. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and